somewhere, I think I'm in like St. Roberts or something like that, getting gas. And there's a really big spider right by my head. This is my first gig back since the first week of March. And I'm not excited. I'm excited, I guess, to work, but these circumstances are not my favorite. And having to do a road trip in the middle of the night and stay somewhere isn't fun, so I've decided to camp instead of staying in any hotels, because the place I'm going is in like the, I guess, fastest growing county of cases in Missouri. So I want to cut in here for a second to talk about masks for just a moment. You'll see me wearing a mask a lot, and when I'm not really near anyone, and I do this for two reasons. One, it's safe, and when it's not an inconvenience, you might as well put it on. But two, even when it's excessive, if I'm around other people at even a long distance, there's a lot of people who aren't wearing masks and who are sort of rude and inconsiderate about other people's feelings and health. And even though I know that I'm not really a risk from, a distance of 30, 40 feet on the other side of a gas station, I wear a mask if only to assure the other people there that, hey, I'm not going to give you any problems. You don't have to worry about me. I don't want to give anyone any extra anxiety. I know that I drive a white pickup truck, and that can bring a stereotype with it, and maybe some expectations of what a driver of a white pickup truck as I'm going through the middle of the country could be like, and how they could behave. And so my mask is a way of not only protecting people, but also of saying, you don't have to worry about me. I'm going to be considerate. It is what it is. So I'm trying to avoid as much contact as possible. And I think we made it through the gas filling experience with the rubber glove. And they had Apple Pay, so I was able to just use my watch and not have to touch my credit card or anything. The adventure goes on. So, I am in Seneca, Missouri, which is a lovely little town of 2,336 people, I think, according to the sign. And I'm here to film my first gig since March. And I have some fears and some hesitations, but I'm hoping for the best, and I'll let you know how it goes. I've made it. We've set up. I guess I can dub in my voice later. You can't really tell if I'm talking or not. For cameras, we have two Sony a7 III's with a 70-200 and a 24-70 running into two small HD monitors. These are actually the Teradeks, but I'm using them separately. And the Zoom F6 running audio. And this is my little command station, and I've got this sheet of plexiglass here between me and the interviewee to keep us safe. For lighting, for the fill light, we've got a Quasar Rainbow Q50. We've got a little Matthews black flag overhead to cut down some of these overhead lights, because if we kill all these overhead lights, it gets way too dark in here. So we need those on, but we can't really control it, so we got the flag. And then for our key light, we've got four Quasar daylight tubes going through just a newer diffusion panel up on that. And that is the whole setup. for the interviews today. So that is a wrap on interviews. And that was my biggest anxiety of the day is, will this be safe? Will people be respectful? And absolutely everyone was. Everyone wore a mask. Everyone made it to the chair. And then I was able to stay behind the plexiglass, and I felt pretty safe back there. But everybody was very respectful, and I appreciate that. So that was my big fear for this first shoot back is, am I going to have to deal with people who are cavalier about my safety standards? And no, everyone's been wonderful. As part of my zero contact filming day, I brought my own food. I had some freeze-dried granola just now, and I've got spaghetti and meatballs later. Break out the camp stove, have ourselves a party. Gotta get that B-roll. So my video got kind of cut off partway through my filming day. As I neared the end and got on my B-roll, I decided to get back on the road pretty quickly so that I could get back to St. Louis. And then I started feeling really sick, so I wasn't really in the mood to, make a video and record and talk to the camera. But I made it back safely. Had a safe time, I think as safe as I could in a school, all things considered. Everyone was wonderful and accommodating, and it was not the awful experience I kept fearing that it would be. So, would I do it again? Maybe. Would I bring a thicker sleeping pad this time? Yes. Breakfast time.